Powers. In today's lesson, we will be looking at what powers are. Often you may get a number with a power or a letter with a power if you are dealing with algebra or laws of indices. So let's have a look. You will often have a number or letter. I'm just going to say A. Okay, and you're going to have a power. The little number at the top is a power or indice, as you may call it. And this number here that is associated with the power is called a base. So let's have a look at some power examples. You may hear or may see 2 cubed, 4 squared. You could even have 3 to the power of 5, 4 to the power of 6, 8. We can even go into negative powers, 8 to the power of -2, 4 to the power of -1, and so on. So these big numbers here, so for example, the number 2 here is the base and the 3 is the power. 4 is the base and 2 is the power. 3 is the base and 5 is the power. 4 is the base and 6 is the power. 8 is the base and -2 is the power. 4 is the base and -1 is the power. You may even have algebras. You might have x squared, y cubed, x to the power of 4, y to the power of -1, and so on. And that still applies that the base is the letter and the power is the number at the top. So what are powers then? And how can we write numbers in powers? So let's have a look at 2 cubed. So 2 cubed is when you times a number by itself 3 times. So it's going to be 2 times 2 times 2. And we can write it in short as 2 cubed. For example, 4 squared could be 4 times 4, because squared means you times it by itself twice. So whatever the number is at the top, the little power, that's telling you how many times you're going to multiply your number by itself by. You might have even 5, I don't know, the power of 4. So that means you're getting the number 5 and you're timesing it by itself 4 times. 5 times 5 times 5, okay? You might have 3 to the power of 2 again. So you're getting the number 3 and you're multiplying it by itself 2 times. Yeah, so let's have a look. It is 3 times 3, okay? Then let's have a look at when you're doing it the other way. You can have, for example, let's say if you had 2 times 2 times 2, well, that would mean that you are timesing 2 by itself 3 times, so we would write that as 2 cubed. If we had 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, well, you are multiplying the number 7 by itself 4 times, so we would write 7 to the power of 4. If we had 3 times 3, we would write it as 3 squared. Okay, next we would write 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 to the power of 5, and that is what a power is. You can work them out by all means. So for example, if we were to work out 2 cubed, well, 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. If we were to work out 4 squared, 4 times 4 would be 16. 5 to the power of 4, well, we're doing 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which would be 625. 3 times 3 would be 9. And that is how we can work out what the numbers are if we have a power. Let's just touch upon negative powers while we're here. 2 to the power of -2. Well, I would ignore the minus first and I would just do 2 squared. We know it's 2 times 2, which is 4. The negative just means it turns into a fraction, so your answer would be a quarter. Let's have a look at another one like that. Let's do 3 to the power -3. Well, ignore the minus and think about what 3 cubed would be. Well, that means you're going to times 3 by itself 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. But hang on, we've got a negative there. The negative means it will change into a fraction and it will become 1/27. That was our lesson on powers. We looked at what a power is. We looked at what a base is. We looked at the terminology, and then we looked at how to write numbers in short with a power, or if the number's given to us with a power, how do we write it out and what is the answer? And we also touched a little bit on negative powers. Thank you for watching.